What up YouTube? TP here, bringing you guys another video. Today we are here to answer the big question. How often should I twist my hair? I'm gonna answer that today, all right? The answer, I gotta put my professor glasses on, all right? Let me put these on first. All right, the short answer to that question is it depends, right? It's going to depend on several things. It's going to depend on your actual hair texture, the thickness of your hair, and the amount of stress and tension your hair can actually tolerate. It's going to depend on your hair health, right? It's going to depend on a lot of different factors. And really more so than anything, you're going to have to know your hair. You're going to have to know what a normal and an abnormal reaction is for your hair. If you're twisting your hair every 2 weeks, and it seems to be responding fine to that every 2 week twist, then you should be all right. But if you are twisting it every 2 weeks and you notice that your hair outside of the locking process is changing in a way that you don't like, you probably need to dial it back. I will say, having started from a very short lock point and being prone to a lot of dandruff, I had to wash my hair every 2 weeks. Because my hair was so short and I was so early in my locking phase, I couldn't wash my hair and not retwist it. So as a result, I would have to retwist my hair every 2 weeks. I have probably been on that track at least for the first 5 months. I probably had to do that, at least, if not every 2 weeks, a third week, right? And the reason being, again, I was prone to dandruff. I'm probably just now at the point where I can just do a wash and go, right? The beautiful thing about having high top dreads is I can do a wash and go and just have a nice lineup and still look fresh, right? Just pull my hair back a little bit or just rock it wild. So that's the beautiful thing about locks, or about my high top locks. But for some of you who are having a full set of hair that are trying to figure this out right now, you may not be able to do that. You know, it's really just gonna depend on your hair. You know, my hair is, and I don't know the exact 4B, 4C, but my hair is of the thicker, tighter curl pattern, right? It's of that variety. So for me, it can take a little bit more of a, you know, a pounding, so to speak. You know, and that's just true to my hair texture. Some people that have a looser curl pattern or thinner hair, or hair is already prone to thinning, or who don't really have the proper nutrition, you know, are prone to brittle hair. They're prone to weaker hair. They're prone to breakage already. So of course, putting more attention on it every 2 weeks isn't going to be conducive for the longevity of your hair, right? The reality of it is, over twisting can definitely cause harm to your hair. It could cause later on down the line, you dealing with locks that just break off in half, right? I think it's easy to point to the twisting and say that that's the problem, but the reality of it is your health, the health of your hair and the quality of your hair is a cumulative process. It's based on your diet, it's based on the supplements that you've been taking, your vitamin intake, your water intake. It's based on a lot of different things, the products that you've been using. So to blame the twisting on the breakage and the thinning, I think, you know, it's dangerous territory. I will say that tension on your hair definitely will cause or be a huge contributing part to snappage or breakage later, but it's not the only part, right? Truth of the matter is, you just got to know your hair. It's not a hard no. And I think when you're out there and you're looking for answers to questions like that, it's like you want a hard no or a hard yes. Just feel your hair. Just know your hair. If things have been progressing well for you and you've been retwisting every 2 weeks, keep it going. It's just fine. Like, it's just hair. You're gonna be okay. Don't worry about it, right? But if you do find that there's been some adverse reactions, dial it back. Maybe wash it, you know, every 3 weeks, and twist it, you know, right then. Maybe just wait it off, or maybe, you know, just invest in products that'll help you with your itching altogether, so you don't have to wash it and feel like you need to retwist. I said in other videos before, tea tree oil is a great oil for itching. So if you're someone that's prone to itching and feeling like you need to wash your hair consistently, maybe try investing in tea tree oil. It's got a great, like, almost menthol, natural antiseptic vibe feeling to it, and it'll help your hair a lot with that itching. And it'll just kind of help you sustain that waiting period up before your next wash. That's another great product. Sometimes dryness and the lack of drinking water is also going to be a contribution to your itching and your flaking. So make sure you're drinking water, making sure that, you know, the oils that you're using are light and they aren't prone to just kind of caking up on your head. You know, if you are going to use oils, you know, I suggest making them, you know, really light oils. I mean, coconut oil is a great oil, but you know, if you're not using it in a way that's, if you're using too much of it, I'll say, it will collect on your hair as well. You know, so just making sure that you're taking heed to the things that you're putting in your hair to kind of help that process of it being itchy or feeling flaky and things like that, right? I think when you're starting out, you want to go as long as you can without having to wash your hair, right? As long as you can. That doesn't mean not wash your hair. That just means try to keep your scalp as clean and as healthy as you can. And once you've gotten to the point where you feel like it's teetering towards the unhealthy, wash it and start anew, right? If that unhealthy point for you is 2 weeks, like it was for me, it's okay. Wash it and keep it moving. But pay attention to your hair. If you notice that washing it every 2 weeks after about 2 to 3 months is kind of making your hair do something you don't like it to do, slow it back. You know what I'm saying? Do those things that I'm talking about to kind of help you elongate that process, right? One thing I can tell you, those who are out there asking these questions, it's going to be okay. We're gonna get through this. You're gonna get here, right? Because again, I speak to you as somebody who has washed and twisted his hair every 2 weeks, and I could tell you, it's not that bad, bro. You know, we all right. You know, there are some that are thin, but again, I think that's more subject or a product of me being so close to my twisting period, because you'll see my hair here in another week or so and it'll be a lot thicker, right? My hair is still not at a mature point. It's still going through its phases, and as of right now, it's still learning how to stay within its locking cylindrical little pattern there. So just don't be concerned, just chill. We're gonna be all right, man. TP said so. Don't even trip, all right? If you have any more questions, please leave a comment down, like, share, and subscribe this video. I hope I answered your question. I feel like I got like I feel like this was a long, drawn out video to answer this question. But again, tea tree oil, water, moisture, extend that period between washes as long as you can if you feel like twisting is having an adverse reaction. If not, keep it going. You know your hair, and you know your hair better than anybody else on YouTube, Google. Just keep it going, because I can guarantee you there are people with thinner locks or thicker locks or your same hair texture that are twisting every 2 weeks and their locks is just fine. There aren't hard no's and hard yeses with this process. You just got to know yourself, know your health, and know all is going to be okay regardless. All right, hopefully this video helped you out. TP signing out.